Stay tuned on 106.1 Geronimo FM. Love Jogja and you.
Hai Gajah Muda, kita lagi barengan sama Sezairi.
Hai.
So, hi Sezairi.
Hai, apa
what's up?
kabar?
You're doing good today?
Good, terima kasih.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we actually kind of predict about this. Like we already do some kind of Grammarly
Yes.
test with
Wow.
Each
ya.
other,
Kita
les ya.
Kita les gitu. Ternyata Sezairi is a bilingual person. Dia bisa bahasa Indonesia
Bisa
agak
bahasa
aneh.
Indonesia, bahasa
Bisa lah
Melayu,
dikit.
Ya,
a little bit, not a little bit ya kayak.
ya, kayak berarti ada berapa bahasa that you?
Okay. In Singapore, we all have to speak English.
Okay.
But everyone in Singapore grows up speaking two languages.
Okay.
Dari kecil lagi, depending on your race, in school you will learn, like for me, I learned bahasa Melayu and English. Tapi di rumah karena kakeknya orang Jawa, jadi dari kecil lagi kalau di rumah dari kecil memang ngobrolnya memang bahasa Indonesia gitu.
Kamu
So
serius orang Jawa beneran?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's so funny because like I never expected I don't know, I never expected my success to be mainly in Indonesia, tapi ternyata memang orang Indonesia, keturunan orang Indonesia juga. Jadi
Wow. Berarti
it's kind of fated.
half
Yeah.
Indonesian also. Wow. Jadi berarti Indonesianya bagian mana?
My mother's side dari Pekalongan.
Wow.
And and then my father's side dari Kalimantan actually, Banjarmasin.
wow.
Must be
Pekalongan
joking,
is a-
Pekalongan.
Yes, Pekalongan is our neighborhood actually.
Yeah, exactly. Nearby.
Wow. Okay.
But now, are you currently in Singapore right now?
Yeah, so my parents are both first generation Singaporeans, meaning they are parents. My grandparents are Indonesian, tapi my parents are Singaporean. Jadi
Right.
I'm second generation Singaporean.
Wow.
Mhm.
And then you choose to take your career at Singapore and also in Indonesia. Or
Sebenarnya pada mulanya nggak ada rencana mau kemana-mana juga, cuma aslinya mau berkarya aja, you know. So
Okay.
wherever the music takes me is where I go, and it just so happens that I listen to a lot of Indonesian music, and I have a lot of Indonesian friends. Waktu kuliah dulu memang sering ke Bandung, sering ke Jakarta, memang punya banyak
Okay.
teman di Bandung sama Jakarta, jadi always back and forth in anak merantau lah, you'd say.
Wow.
Yeah.
But can you take a moment that your bahasa is very well actually?
Yes.
When you
It's
say
so
that
bad,
you don't
actually,
speak, when you say that
no.
you don't speak that lancar,
Yes, it's actually lancar.
You
you
know,
must be joking actually.
I have to warm up mungkin.
Oh, okay. So right now you're in Singapore?
Yeah, right now I'm in Singapore. I live in Singapore full time, tapi half the year I'm in Indonesia. Like buat permulaan tahun ini I was in Bali for quite a while.
Okay.
Lagi menulis dan merakam album baru. And
Alright.
sometimes when I'm making stuff, when I'm writing songs, when I'm hanging out with musicians, doing music thing, selalunya di Indonesia lah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jadi so there's a lot of your friends in Indonesia, musician Indonesia, berarti
Yeah.
banyak ya teman-teman kamu di sini.
Lumayan lah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But talking about song, your single is coming out. Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
We already
Thank you.
played it at our radio.
Thank you.
This day also, and it's really good.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Luar
It's
biasa,
actually
that
luar
will-
biasa.
Can you say yoi?
Yoi.
Yes. So actually, we are going to move to your music career and then your single
Yeah.
right now.
Yes, and you just performed in Java Jazz 2023,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
It's like last
Wow.
month.
Bulan Juni last month.
Juni.
Yeah.
Last
Last month.
month.
It feels like
Wow.
a while already. Time flies.
How does it feel? It's the biggest festival in Indonesia.
Yes.
You
yeah,
know
the
what?
biggest.
Java Jazz adalah festival overseas yang pertama yang pernah aku attend.
Oh,
So jadi tahun
Really? You must
2011.
be joking.
Ya, tahun 2011 was the first time I attended Java Jazz
Okay.
as a musician, and I keep telling the festival organizers, right,
Okay.
that di Singapore ini, I was from kuliah musik.
Oh,
Jadi
okay.
di Singapore ini ada something like every year all the music students from my music school, we will get together and then we will go to Java Jazz together to watch. Because Java Jazz adalah satu festival yang bukan hanya ada artis-artis yang mainstream, tapi juga artis yang quite independent, underground, very
Okay.
niche jazz musicians that only other musicians would know.
All right.
And so it's like a pilgrimage gitu.
Wow.
Sometimes, yeah, we would go to Jakarta to watch Java Jazz. And I remember my first time in Java Jazz, what was so special for me was pertama kali aku lihat Malik and the Essentials manggung. And
Oh
pertama
my
kali
God.
aku lihat bahwa the reception for artis lokal lebih dari artis international. Jadi
Really?
jadi di
Hey,
panggung Malik
seriously?
and the Essential itu ada lebih orang daripada panggung yang artis-artis international. And so itu
Okay.
aku bingung sih, because from Singapore, when you're in Singapore it's very different. Like in Singapore it's like artis lokal, okay, 50 orang, artis international 5,000 orang,
Not
you
that
know.
50 though. Not
Yeah,
that
and
50 though.
Tapi kamu pernah expect gak that you will perform at that Java Jazz Festival?
tahun 2011 memang aku manifest sih. I was standing
Wow.
there watching Malik and the Essentials going like, wow, mungkin satu hari people can appreciate my music like this. And throughout the years of making music, I've always wanted to perform in Java Jazz. It's my dream basically to
All right.
perform at
So
Java Jazz.
Java Jazz itself has a
Yeah,
special place for you, right?
exactly. And not just because it's one of the biggest festivals. I mean, there are so many big festivals around the world, right?
Course.
But because I feel like Java Jazz is where, I don't know, I feel so drawn to it. Like maybe that's where my roots are from, dari Pulau Java. Pulau Jawa. I don't know
Yeah,
I don't know what it is
probably.
about it, but the people who listen to my music in Indonesia are so different from anywhere else, I feel.
What's the difference?
I don't know, like I feel more accepted gitu.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know how to explain, but you guys, because you are so, it's very normal to you, right? But for me, like Indonesian people really love music. And from an outsider perspective, you go into Indonesia and you're looking at the audience going like, holy crap, you guys really love music. And jadi bingung gitu, because everywhere else it's like, music's okay, you know, we're here to have fun. Tapi in Indonesia it's like, you can see it in everybody's eyes, like this is my life gitu.
Wow.
Yeah. And sebagai seorang musisi yang manggung, you can see it in the people's faces, you know, when you are singing. Like when I'm singing It's You, for example, right? And I look at all the faces in the crowd, it's like, it's really unlike anywhere else in the world that I have performed, because maybe it's the galauan vibe, you know, it's the I don't know what it is, but but our people are very melancholic, very like, we're very in tune with music, so I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you actually.
Yeah, actually your music is very very good. It's you.
Thank you so
Itu
much.
booming di TikTok juga yang pertama kali, and then right now people, even this time, there actually a lot of people still sing that song, your song. Actually,
Thank you.
it's very good.
Yes, really. And also, have you released your Luar Biasa single when you perform in Java Jazz 2023?
Yeah, when I performed there, I sang both Memory and Luar Biasa for the first time.
Okay.
The two first singles from my upcoming album.
All right.
And before I perform Luar Biasa, I remember telling the audience that, just to segue into the song, right? But I remember telling the audience that I remember asking, siapa di sini pernah dengar lagu It's You gitu. And everybody was like, yeah, that's the reason why we are here.
Wow.
But it's so funny because it's so funny because every week people always tell me like, oh, I'm getting married and I'm using this song, or I saw this song at a wedding.
True. That's
like
really true.
everybody
It's like a
uses
wedding song in here.
And so I suddenly remembered that at my wedding 7 tahun yang lalu, I found it so hard to find a wedding song that I liked.
Okay.
Jadi aku pengen mau nyanyiin lagu buat istri di malam pernikahan. And so
Okay.
setelah berbulan cari lagu, I didn't find any song that I like. And so I feel like, hey, you know what? That's really dumb. Maybe I should just write my own song, right? Because I'm a
Yes.
songwriter.
Alright.
and so and so yeah, exactly, duh. And then I wrote a song called Luar Biasa 7 tahun yang lalu, and I sang
7
it.
years ago.
Yeah, and I sang it at my wedding. And finally I'm releasing it now. I think it's such a special song that sebenarnya pada mula belum ada rencana mau rilis atau mau apa-apa sama lagu
Okay.
ini, nggak ada apa-apa plans. Tapi after it's udah booming, and then I realized that this is a special story and it's a special part of myself that if I share now, it has the context, because It's You is successful, then this song there's context to this song. And
Yeah.
I also wrote it in bahasa because pada mulanya my wife didn't really understand bahasa. So
Okay.
I sang a bahasa song at our wedding just so that dia nggak ngerti.
Why?
Why?
Jadi
Why
jadi
did you do that intentionally?
intentionally sih karena nervous banget sih kalau mau nyanyiin lagu yang dicipta khas buat malam itu.
Okay.
So I have a lot of anxiety. So it's like very nerve-wracking for me if I were to sing like look at her straight in the
Okay.
eyes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say,
yeah.
like.
Okay.
And so I decided to sing it in a way where I don't know, it's just like kalau yang tahu-tahu aja gitu.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
idea.
YTTA.
But you
Yeah.
already tell her, right? But you already told her, right?
Yeah, and so the funny thing is, the past few years we've been kind of living half here, half Jakarta, pulang balik gitu. And now her bahasa is way better than mine.
Really?
Dia memang pinter banget kalau when it comes to languages. Yeah,
Okay.
linguistics. Dia memang pinter banget sih. Jadi waktu kami honeymoon juga mau ke Korea, dia 2 bulan belajar Korean, bisa baca
Wow.
Korean. And so yeah, she's the most amazing person, my wife.
Oh,
And
it's insane.
Okay.
yeah, dia pinter banget sih. And so now
Wow.
her bahasa tiap pagi, right, when I wake up, I will hear dalam kamar mandi ada bunyi ting 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 ting, itu Duolingo. Have you heard of Duolingo?
Okay.
Jadi
So,
dua
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah,
The toilet.
exactly, dalam kamar mandi ada ting ting, saya suka makan apple.
No. You must be kidding us. No.
I swear.
You
And
must be kidding
now
us.
it's more advanced and it's getting more advanced.
What is
Yeah.
coming next after this? After Luar Biasa?
What's the other surprise?
What's the other surprise?
The big surprise I think would be the album that is releasing really soon.
Okay.
I think selama aku berkarya selalunya rilis single 6 bulan sekali, 8 bulan sekali gitu, and it's always like working so hard just for one song. But I feel like tahun ini aku punya lebih I don't know where it came from, but I feel like tahun ini aku lebih energy untuk berkarya.
Okay.
And
Of course.
at this, like I said, at the start of the year, I was working with Petra Sihombing in Bali and
Yes.
really getting in touch with what my music is supposed to sound like. And I feel like this is really one of the best albums that I've ever made because it really sounds like where I'm from.
Oh.
I don't know how to describe to you how the album sounds like,
All right.
but it really sounds like where I come from. It sounds like all the music that I love and the music that I grew up listening to.
Okay.
And,
So it's actually your identity of music in there.
yeah, I think if I died tomorrow, I would be so happy because album ini udah direkam, udah udah complete, and I feel like for the first time in my career, I'm really not pressured by keviralan lagu atau apapun.
Okay.
I'm the pressure that I feel is more of like how people will react to the song personally as opposed to how many hits it gets on Spotify or whatever, I feel like I'm already sebagai seorang artist, past that stage, and I'm just really glad to be making I'm just glad that I can still make good
Yes, that's
music.
the point.
And
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
And then
that's the
yeah,
point of
it's
it all. I think.
actually tercerminkan banget. You do that with your heart, and then your
Yes.
music is actually really, really. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
We even
no.
goosebumps at your speaking, and we actually want to talk more with you
Yeah.
since
Really, we're gonna end this, but actually we're not end right now
because
Kita
as
udah
we promised,
janji.
yes, as we promised before that we going to play this game.
Yes.
Okay.
Between the three.
Okay, I will choose yang warna hijau.
Hijau?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Okay.
This one. Okay. This one.
So there's a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yang paling penting dari hidup ini adalah
What's the matter for you? What's the matter most for you?
Wah, deep banget
Wah.
itu. Yang paling penting dalam hidup nih
One word.
adalah
Can you describe it in one word?
kebahagiaan.
Wow.
Kebahagiaan diri sendiri.
Alright.
I feel like kalau kamu orang yang nggak punya kebahagiaan dalam diri sendiri, it's going to
Okay.
be really hard for you to one, be happy for other people, to
Course.
love other people dengan secara maksimal, and then I feel like ketenangan dalam hidup itu penting banget karena everything that people see of you is a reflection of what you feel inside, you know. And if you're unhappy, you look unhappy.
Yeah.
You say unhappy things. Usually people who do bad things in life just feel bad on the inside, you know. And
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So are you trying to say that everything start from ourselves first?
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, it's like you know what? It's like kalau waktu kamu di pesawat ya, they always say put masker kalau waktu kecemasan, put
Yeah.
masker buat diri lu sendiri sebelum membantu orang lain kan?
Yeah.
And that's the same analogy where it's like if you are not happy, if you are not breathing, if you are not safe, how can you help anyone else around you?
Oh my
you know?
god.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I feel like it's like that.
There's a lot of
Alright.
people that struggle at that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much that sebenarnya kita juga kayak tertampar ya dengan barusan kayak
Tamparnya kalau gini lagi.
tamparnya gini lagi.
Tertamparnya di praktek.
Ya makanya. Thank you so much, Sezairi. It is a really nice talk. You
Yes.
are a
Thank
nice
you.
person so much. Kita berharap semoga karya-karya kamu juga
Amin.
Yes.
ditunggu-tunggu banget dan pasti ini udah banget pasti album barunya menyentuh.
Yes. You get in your next album. We hope.
Yes,
you so
we
much.
hope.
See you next in your next album. We hope.
I hope so too.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So good
Sezairi.
luck for
Thank you,
everything you do
guys.
today.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Terima
much.
kasih.
Bye-bye.
Terima kasih, Bang.
106.1 The real sound of Jogja. Geronimo FM.